So it's now round number 9 in the Balam League, and unfortunately I couldn't participate round 8 in Bahrain because I was outside my city once again. Yeah, it made me a little bit, but we are down to 11th in the constructors with 63 points. I don't know if I got another point by doing absolutely nothing, but we're now in Brazil, but unfortunately I do not practice that much, so yeah, it's gonna be a tough race for us, but I hope I do a bit well. Well, try my best, I hope so. We're gonna start qualifying, and before we did, we chose our tire location for this round, and I decided to choose the softer ones with 4 soft tires and 1 medium tire. And so we begin now qualifying. Unfortunately, I invalidated my first lap when I cut turn 4, and so I had to abort the lap and convert it as a second auto lap for my now real lap time, and that lap time that I have set on my second attempt was an 108.1, which was not a good lap time, but still I can improve. Unfortunately, I did another lap time validated, but it wasn't faster than mine, and on my final attempt it was a better lap time, but I invalidated it. Yes, not starting well. And we're gonna qualify down to P15. Well, I'm gonna struggle a lot in my pace. Struggle a lot. But let's check the qualifying results, and we see that Unde got pole and got with a time of 106.892. Pretty fast. Maybe it was impossible to get pole, and Rapis is gonna start aside from Unde. My teammate from this race, Chanona, qualified third, which is a bit of a shame for me because I got humiliated by my teammate, setting a time of 106.984. So the top 3 set a sub 107. From 4th and onwards was slower than a 107.0. John qualified in P4, and well, we are in a distant P15. But starting in P15 ain't starting in last because Sosa set a slower time than me, and Phil didn't even set a time. Some starting on mediums, but I did start on softs, and we are on the way with 52.5 kilograms of fuel, and we are overtaking Alfredo, and we head into turn 1 a bit stressed because it can be lots of chaos and it can end terribly. And we, oh no, that is an ugly one because we have already our first track limit warning from this race, and to make things worse, it was a corner cutting warning, not only a track limit warning, and also we're down last. Oh man, we're gonna be the man who was in last place at the end of lap 1 once again. The answer is no, because Chocoflan and Juan, I think they spawn, and we are up into P14, and we see on the minimap that Chanona is down to last. Oh my god, that is such an ugly thing for my teammate, although not so ugly because there are no Constructors Championship according to my knowledge in this league, so it ain't much of a trouble team-wise, but for him it will be. But for me, not so much. We have now DRS, but unfortunately we might not have the advantage of it, even though we are on softs while the others are mediums because we are slow. so slow that Chocoplan decided to go for a dive bomb into Piccolo Pato. And we head into turn 8 into lap 3, and I almost got it so badly, and Joan overtook me, and oh my god, he pushed me wide. Oh my god, and Chanana also overtook me, and he went for a dive down the inside into Piccolo Pato. Wow. But yeah, after all that, we are down to last position once again. Oh my god, I'm so slow. I don't know if I'm gonna finish outside the top 10 for the first time in the Balam League. I don't know, but we see that Joan almost, like, I think he got front wing damage. I saw some debris, but I don't care that much. I just wanna head into the points. Lap 6, and we see that failed, and Joan pushed him and himself wide, and failed spun, and he failed to maintain on control. And I think he crashed heavily and damaged his front wing so much, and we are up into P16. Later on, he boxed, and I think it is because he destroyed his front wing and went for hards. And so I think that's the position that we're gonna be for lots of laps, and that was so until lap 12, ending that, and it is because Ivan boxed and I went for a dive down the inside into turns 1 and 2, and Korniko was the one who was getting overtaken by me, and I overtook him, and I maintained my position pretty easily because I got DRS from him. Also, he had his front wing a little bit damaged because he had his left end plate disappeared. And so, that's how we got up into P14. And I hope I get more positions. But don't need that more drivers have to box unscheduled or might be DNFing. Laps passed and I got more positions because our drivers were doing their scheduled pit stops, and at the end of lap 15 I decided to box for hard tires instead of mediums because I did not want to get excessive wear from these tires, because when I was about to pit, my softs were more than 60% of tire wear, and it was yet to be the second half of the race, so I did not want to deal with lots of wear, and so we decided to go for hards, although it was a last second decision. We are down to P16, which is now last, and we see that Xenotics is out of the race. We are now on lap 18 and we are up in P15 because Koniko boxed. Oh no, we got a 3-second time penalty. Oh my god, no, that is a bad thing. But good thing is that we're still in P14 with the penalties applied, because Sosa has 16 penalties off. Well, 16 seconds of penalties accumulated, I mean, and he is less than 10 seconds ahead of me. And despite me having a 3-second time penalty, we have the gap that is short enough to get up into P14 if this maintains the same all the way up to the end of the race. Now I hope I get up more positions by the end of that. So we are in lap 23 to begin lap 24, and Phil tries to overtake us around the outside into turn 1, and we are wheel to wheel, but he makes me contact and I kinda spun, but we lost like 2 seconds. Yeah, that is unfortunate for us, and we are down to last out of 14 drivers that are still in the race, and we see that Phil has now 12 seconds of penalties accumulated. We see that Sosa has 26 seconds of penalties accumulated. That was, oh my god, failed spawn, and we get back into P13 on track. Oh my god, wow. So we see that Sosa and Chronico are out of the race. 3 laps later and we're still in P13, but nobody is around us. And that is pretty sad for us, but 65 is out of the race and not deployed the full course safety car. And also Chocoplan is out, so maybe they have gotten into a horrible accident, and I saw in the minimap that they might gotten into the wall in the final corner before the start finish straight, and as a result we're gonna box for soft tires. But I suppose that it was such an ugly crash. Good thing is that it's sim racing and not real life, so they'll go fine. And so we are about to end the safety car, ending lap 31, and we are up into P9 because on the end failed boxed for mediums, which is an odd tire compiled to box, and I don't know, maybe they'll fail, but maybe they'll overtake me because I'm pretty slow. But other than me, I don't think they'll overtake more drivers, and we are maintaining our 9th position out of 11, so it's a 9-11, and we head into turn 6 and 7. We head into turn 8 and we brake so hard that I almost crashed into Johan, and when they decided to take advantage of it and overtakes me down the inside. We are down to P10, and unfortunately he doesn't have any penalties, and because of it, even if we were ahead of him, I was gonna be demoted down to P10. But fortunately I would stay in that position because beginning lap 35 Ivan boxes, and so we get granted our 9th position. Let's see if I'm gonna finish in a higher position, because maybe there are gonna be some drivers that are better than P7 on track that have immense seconds of penalties accumulated. But we'll find out the answer because we are crossing the line at the end of lap 36, the final lap of the race, and we see that, oh my god, we finished P9. This is out of the race, and that means that we get up into P8. Now I was telling that I thought that there were no drivers who had immense penalties, and so we finished P9 before we see that, oh no, another Williams, the Shag is also out of the race, so that means that we finished P7. Oh my god, that was a miracle for a race, because we have no pace and yet we finished P7. Now we see the race results. That Chanona made an amazing comeback, because remember that he was down to the bottom at the beginning of the race because he was involved into an incident, and he won it with the fastest lap of the race. Zenith finished 2nd place and Alfredson finished 3rd, starting in P13, and we see that Paul-Sitter Unde finished 4th, Astor finished 5th, and Johan finished 6th. I finished P7, and Ivan and Failed were the ones who finished in the bottom 2. So there were 9 finishers in total, and well, unfortunately I have no update from the driver standings as the time that I'm uploading the video, so next race I'll tell you how the standings was. So see you guys in the next video, and give a like if you have enjoyed this. Goodbye.